us a few tips on soft skills? Why is soft skills required? What are the...
Today, the main component that is missing for employability of most of the graduates, be it professional graduates or non-professional degree holders, missing in their curriculum is spoken English. That is the most critical part of any employment these days, because with all the borders disappearing and world trade culminating into globalization, which is leading into a small global village, for one to be employable in the future economy, which is going to be a global economy, one has to master their communication skills. So for that, one has to be introduced to spoken language mainly, because we Indians are very good at written and reading comprehension language skills. We are very bad, or we are lagging behind far away in terms of spoken English. So one has to be introduced to spoken English pretty early in their life, basically possibly primary school onwards, or at least from school days to college days. One has to invest in training on that. So that is what is missing, and that is what I would say one should focus on.
So coming from a town like Salem, so do you think that there is a gap, say, from a student who's studying in Salem vis-a-vis a person studying in Bombay or Bangalore or any other?
Oh, absolutely. The metros have progressed so much that students going from a town like Salem, they are at a big handicap. They are at a big disadvantage when they go to larger cities like Bangalore. Forget Bombay, even Chennai, for example. You would have to compete with, convent-educated, candidates who are speaking very, very fluent English. So it is very essential that we improve our, spoken language in Salem, spoken English in Salem.
So you being a citizen of Salem, schooled in Salem, how were you able to overcome and run a call center today, employing 6,500 people across the world? So how have you transcended this barrier?
Well, I was thrown into the water, and my learning curve was not steep. It was quite steep actually. So I was thrown into the water. I was thrown into Chennai to go to college. I was in the hostel. I was in Loyola. So I had to go and mingle and compete amongst all the best who culminated in Loyola. So of course, being forced to being a rank holder in a small school, right? I found it very difficult, but one has to find their own way and come up in life, right? But if our citizens of Salem are educated in English, they would find it much more easier, and they would win in these races much easier and much more faster than how I did. I think I'm late.
So how do you think companies like yours can help institutions like yours?
Each one of us in the industry, each one of our companies in the industry have their own curriculum for spoken English and for teaching students coming into the school, into the campus in spoken English. So each one of us is doing a program on their own, a different program according to their thought process and their vision. So we, for example, we have tied up with a number of colleges, and we are training English teachers in those colleges and giving our curriculum to them to go and educate the students further down. So we would love to tie up with as many colleges as possible and educate them in our curriculum.
Are you sending your trainers to our college?
We used to bring teachers to our campus. Now, if there are colleges willing to invest more in terms of making it a course in the college itself, a compulsory course, not an optional course, which didn't work. A compulsory course where each and every one of the students will have to go through that course for 2 to 3 years, and if there can be an exam for them at the end of their graduation, we would support that, and we would open up our curriculum and give it to the teachers. We would teach as many teachers as possible, even that more.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Good job you guys are doing. Terrific. I didn't expect so much progress in Salem. Very